Welcome back to the third installment of 20 Best Rlcs Goals. This is the playoff weekend for Rlcs, so there's LAN implications on the line, both seeding and indeed qualification in the first place. But first to the honorable mentions, probably the worst goal I've seen in quite some time by K-Dop here, as Chaussette and Farah both leave the ball for each other at the near post. Look at that speed from K-Dop as it bounces not once, not twice, but 3 times and then starts rolling before it finally goes in. Incredible stuff. And now at the other end of the spectrum we're going to see an own goal from Pondex, and not slow by any stretch of the imagination. This is a super important match as well. The PSG versus Gale Force match we just saw is a bit less important, but this one is for playing for a LAN qualification, and then stuff like this happens. You've got to feel absolutely disgusting to the pit of your stomach if you are Pondex, and you've just flopped onto the ball, perfectly redirected it into the bottom corner. Nothing he could do about that except maybe get a better touch off the wall in the first place, but that's not to be. Now we're going to see the last honorable mention, Rizzo in defense. Flies up to get a clear, realizes, oh no, I might be missing this. Let me just rebound it. Oh no, I've scored, for goodness sake. But it's not the worst thing in the world for G2, because they are still going to make LAN. However, they are 4th seeds. That means they're going to be the same side of the bracket, I believe, as Gale Force from Europe. Not where you want to be. There aren't really any easy draws this year coming out of Europe, so I'm sure G2 fans won't be too disappointed. But into the top 20 we go. First is going to be pretty bread and butter alley-oop and slam from Freaky and Fairy Peak. Just lobs it up high, asks Fairy, are you going to score this for me? And Fairy says, yeah, don't worry about it, I got you, buddy. And doesn't waste any time getting up. Certainly didn't hold back with the shot as well. Just booming it in. Defense from Excel were certainly not ready for that. Mockit really coming to life in the last few weeks. Number 19 from Gimmick. Probably the best touch that he could have got in this situation. Not a standalone phenomenal goal, maybe not the prettiest goal we're ever going to see, but given the time that Gimmick had to react here and the momentum and the boost that he had at his disposal, this has got to be the best touch he could have done, just to make it as awkward as possible for the defense. Just finds himself in the perfect place, sticks it up high. Squishy was there to try and block Classics' save if it was ever going to happen, but it was not necessary. And now we're going to get 2 goals that are extremely similar, one from EU, one from NA. First we're going to get EU, which I think the assist is probably better than its NA counterpart. The finish is an open net rebound, which we never expect Farah to miss, just sticks it right in the middle of the net. Very consistent. Shooter is Farah, which is something you need if you got Bluey in your team, who's just popping off and doing weird things in attack all over the place. But that was fake air dribble into doink pass from Bluey. Now we're going to see Chrome show us his version of it. This time from the ground. Not the best hit by Classics to set that up, but Chrome straight into the action, beats the defender to the ball after the fake air dribble, pops it for Corrupted, who did have a great finish here. This is what I think it deserves to be 1 spot higher than the Bluey and Farah version of this goal. But you guys can let me know what you think, which doink and finish was better in your opinion. Gimmick off the wall before the ball touches the ceiling to set himself up for this backboard rebound. The defense really wasn't at home for NRG, or else this goal would be higher. But Gimmick has just got an incredible ability to read the ball as it bounces off just about whatever surface. Ceiling and then the backboard to the side of the net. He's got it all. And another doink, this time a lot. Just showing how scared Gale Force are off the method infield passes, as K-Dop is coming in for a high save here. Alot doinks it to the bottom corner. Credit to Magnus for getting this ball into such a dangerous area. But there's still a lot of work to be done. Alot did well to find that angle. K-Dop is expecting a boomer, because that is what you usually get from method in that position. It goes versus G2 rematch. Didn't go quite so well for G2 this time around. Zanejackey was just demolishing them literally, and when he wasn't doing that, he was completely ruining Rizzo in the air, getting up way faster than the G2 defender. Good alley-oop pass by Lethmir as well to get the setup there. And one of the fastest counter-attack goals we're going to see this week came from NRG. They are, of course, very potent on the counter. Jacob's ground play continues to impress, this time with a wicked pass off the sidewall. We see Sizz just has no idea what to do, and I don't blame him. Because when you give Fireburner and Jacob this much space in the midfield, you're going to get punished. Fireburner didn't even have to change his line of approach, or really his speed there, to get up for the rebound. The pass was just exactly where he wanted it. Rizzo trying to make amends for his own goal, perhaps. Good pass by Kronovi to set this one up, and the rebound from Rizzo, although not the most powerful, is accurate enough and high enough to get past the NRG defense, which again wasn't quite all there in the final week, the playoffs week. NRG certainly need to shore up these gaps in defense if they're going to dominate NA like they used to. And I think just missing out on the top 10 is this full team aerial passing play from Cloud9. A great finish by Squishy Muffins. Torment to Gimmick, lobbing it up to Squishy, who's just going to stick it in the top corner. No big deal. We've seen him do this so many times. I'm sure that you all expected him to be scoring this from the moment he started flying. Still a great shot, and it only just missed out in the top 10 in my opinion. This was a really difficult one to rank from Garrett, because the defense didn't react as quickly as it could have, and it is a solo play. I usually put team plays higher, but a good recovery and a great 50-50 mid-air from Garrett, just showing us why it is important to be able to air roll in both directions. I know a lot of players are only good at air rolling one way, but Garrett comes spiraling down on the side that I'm not used to seeing him air rolling in to get that dunk. Beaten out by number 9, Violentpanda, who had mind game of the week. The only other mind game that I saw was Metsenoris, and it was just a standard drive forward and then stop. Violentpanda with the fake aerial, and then just clips the ball right after it bounces on the ground. But he needed to hit the side of the ball. Metsa did backflip there, so if Violentpanda didn't put that into the bottom left corner, it would have been saved. Great placement by the Dutchman. And Bluey making his first appearance in the top 10. Perhaps highlight player of the week, I think, which doesn't come as much of a surprise for all of us. Twisting and turning upfield, finds the bottom corner with speed. Turbo Pulsa left to be a spectator in this one. Look at that twist by Bluey to generate the speed there, boosting through the ball at the last second. And I'm sure this goal would have been number 1 in Season 2 when players like Devo first started doing this. We were all completely mind blown. But we're so used to seeing Squishy do this, we sometimes just take it for granted that he is just going to double touch this so casually while in the air. Good lob in field by Gimmick. You see Jacob and Garrett both worried about the shot, but Squishy's going for the double touch. Nails it with ease. Good air roll through the ball mid-air to prevent the recoil. Another Violentpanda goal now as we move deeper into the top 10. This is going to get bonus points for overtime. Great boomer to the back wall, and before the rebound he's already up, and he drills it right under the bar. Very easy to hit those shots too low or too high, but he manages to hit it just right, making it almost impossible for a save in any scenario where there's no pre-jump happening. But I talked about team play just before, and we're going to see one here. This is, I think, just pure, like, no incredible mechanics needed here, just pure team play from Kronovi and JNaps. 1-2, just bim bam, get it done. I did like Kronovi's passing this week, showing some promise as we move closer and closer to that LAN in DC. But in perhaps their most ridiculous comeback of the season, Mockit coming back from 3-0 down in games and 2-0 down with about 40 seconds left in the final game. Fairy Peak gets the win on the 50-50, stays in the air to center the ball for Pashi to tie the game, which they did of course go on to win. Sorry if I just spoiled the result for you. You should not be watching this video if you're not wanting spoilers, given that there are scores at the top of the screen throughout. That was really incredible from Mockit. Jacob, I mentioned his ground play earlier. We're going to get to see another look at it here. The thing that really, for me, elevates Jacob's ground play up there with the best in the world in 3v3 is because he pretty much always dribbles at supersonic, and that is really important in threes because there's so many people trying to catch up with you and demo you and bump you. But look at that from Jacob. Supersonic ball control, sidewinding left to the right and then slotting it in the bottom right corner with the left flip. Man, I got an absolute mouthful there trying to get my lefts and rights. Gimmick to Squishy and back to Gimmick and then back to Gimmick again for number 2. Another double touch from Cloud9. They're becoming ridiculously good at these. Backboard really needs to be defended against these guys because they are going to hit it and they are going to follow up. But again, number 1 does go to an EU goal. I know you guys are going to think I'm biased, but I did at least put more NA goals in here. And this effort from Bluey is truly spectacular. You've always got to be so careful with players like Bluey. He's in the defensive blind spot now. Where is he? He's scoring. Off the back wall. Great alley-oop pass by Farah. But we can see in this angle, Bluey takes the boost and immediately goes to the back wall. That is a deliberate passing play from PSG. Phenomenal stuff to take the number 1 spot in week 3. See you guys next time. Thanks for watching as always. Have a great day.